Okay then, phonics crew, let's get started with today's phonics work. Now, I said just before that we are going to learn 2 ways to write one sound down today. Sounds interesting, doesn't it? Well, before we get to that, let's go through our flashcards like always and just make sure our new sounds that we learnt yesterday and last week are still in those heads of ours. Now today, we're going to be a bit like Super Potato. And we are going to use our super speed to do our flashcards today. Now, I know we're normally quite quick, but let's see if we can be super speedier today and do it even faster. Now, don't go too quick because my hands will get all muddled, okay? Ready, steady, go. Digraph. All. All digraph. And another digraph. Woo. D. Another digraph. K. S. G. How you doing? Oh, my hands are, we're going too fast. E. P. I. M. W, X, J, and Y. Well done. Y for yellow, yolk, and yogurt. Ooh, I think we were pretty super speedy there, guys. I think you nearly went too fast for my hands to keep up with you. Well done. Super Potato would be super impressed, I'm sure. Right. Let's think about our new sounds then. Now, I said we were going to learn 2 ways to write our new sound down. Who is feeling super clever this morning? Can anyone think of where we've learnt something like that before? Can you think of any other sounds where we've learnt 2 ways to write one sound down? Can you shout them at me? Well done. We've learnt all and all, haven't we? Single sound and a digraph. Okay, what else have we learnt? We've learnt and well done. Single sound and a digraph. Good job. Last one we've learnt is S and S. Well done. Which one's the digraph? This one. Which one's the single sound? This one. Well done. So, who can use their super clever heads then? Who can make a guess for me? What 2 ways do you think we're going to learn to write a sound down today? Have you got it in your heads? Should we see if you're right? Let's have a look. Yes, today we are going to learn a single sound and a digraph. Single sound and a digraph, both ways of writing the same sound down. Now, we can use what we've already learnt about our other digraphs, can't we, to help us figure out when we're going to use each one of these. We'll get to that in a minute. Before we think about when we use each one, let's think about the sound that they're making. So, for starters, does anyone know what this letter is called? Well done, it's a Z, or sometimes you might hear people calling it a Z, but we tend to call it a Z. Okay, so that's what it's called, but like always, we're not thinking about its name, we're thinking about its sound in our phonics. So what sound does this letter make? Can you shout it at me? Well done, it makes a Z sound. Watch my mouth. Z. Through my teeth, this sound. And I know it's really tempting to go Z like a buzzy bee, but it's actually quite a short sound. Z. My turn. Z. Your turn. My turn. Z. Your turn. Well done. Right. That was our single sound. What about our digraph then? I've forgotten. I've forgotten how these work, guys. Can you help me out? When I read this, do I go z, 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 z? What do you think? Oh, Miss Coles, I got it muddled. I'm so glad you're here to help me. Thank you, everybody. Well done. If it's a digraph, we have to remember that our two letters are working together to make one sound. So although we've got two, we don't go z, z. We say z. It's just one sound, isn't it? If we had a sound tile, it would go underneath to show us it's just one sound. Z. So we've got z, 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 z. Well done. Okay. Are you ready for your action? It's a good one, this one. This one will stick in your head easy peasy because it's this. What do you think this is, Mike? This is meant to be like a buzzy, buzzy bee. Now, if you say buzz, or if you think about the noise that bees make, zzz, they make our noise today, don't they? They make our sound. Now, remember though, when we say the letter, when we're reading the letter, our sound is a short one. Even though a bee makes a really long zzz, when we read it, we just want a short one. Are you ready? My turn. Zzz. Your turn. My turn. Zzz. Your turn. My turn. Zzz. Your turn. Very nice, buzzy bees, guys. Well done. Now, like always, if you want to listen to the song to go with our sound today, click on the link on the card and it will take you to it. Right. Let's have a think about how we write our new sound down. Now, can you think for me, guys? Do you think this one is going to be one of our curly caterpillar letters, one of our ladder letters, or one of our zigzag monster letters? Well done. It's a zigzag monster letter because it's got those slanty lines in it again, isn't it? Before we get writing with a pen, let's practice some zigzags in the air. Can you get your pointy finger out for me? Can you do some zigzags? Well done. This time, can you make your zigzags teeny tiny? Teeny tiny zigzags. Well done. What about making me some really big zigzags this time? Well done. Can you do some going from top to bottom? Ready? Zigzag, zigzag. Teeny tiny. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. Really big. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. Well done. Right. Let's have a look at our Z then. So, like all of our letters, we're going to start at the top for this one. And this is one of our letters where we don't take the pen off, okay? It's one of those ones, so keep that pen on the page. Start up at the top, and our first line is going to be a straight line. So we're going to go straight across and stop. We're going to leave our pen on, and then we do a slanty line down and stop. And then we keep our pen on, and we go straight across again and stop. And that's my Z. Shall I show you again? Start at the top, straight across and stop, slanty line down and stop, straight across and stop. Now, when we're doing a Z, we have to be careful. Sometimes, if I'm rushing, I do my Z like this. They're a bit smushy and a bit curvy. And what do they look like if I do it a bit too curvy? Looks like a number 2, doesn't it? Doesn't look like a Z, it looks like a number 2. So you have to be really careful, guys. Make sure your Z has only got really, really straight lines in. And look, it's got pointy corners on it as well. Okay, so get your fingers out then, guys. Hands, tables, floor, grown-ups' backs. Don't mind where you do it. But let's have a practice together. Are you ready? Straight across, stop. Slanty line down, stop. Straight across, stop. Well done. Can you do me 3 more? Straight across, stop. Slanty line down, stop. Straight across, stop. Well done. 2 more. Straight across, stop. Slanty line down, stop. Straight across, stop. One more. Straight across, stop. Slanty line down, stop. Straight across, stop. Well done. Okay, now you can choose here. You can either go and do some more practicing of your Z in your book or in the snow or in the mud, however you'd like to. Or you can stop there, carry on with our next job, and you can always go and practice some Z later on. Up to you. Okay. Right, so next of all then, we are going to think about when we use each one of our ways of writing our new sound down. Now, like I say, we can use what we've already learnt about our digraphs, and especially our digraphs when we've got two letters the same. Think about where we use them. Can you have a think? Where would I use this? Would I use this for a word like zebra, where Z is at the beginning of the word? No, well done. Let's use it. Let's write it down and see what it looks like, and I'll show you. Zebra. Does that look right? No, it doesn't, and that's because our digraphs are only used where? In the middle or at the end. Well done. We only use our digraph to write a sound down if we can hear it in the middle of the word or at the end of the word, okay? If we can hear a Z at the beginning, it's never ever going to be this one. It's going to be the one on its own, okay? Should we practice that a little bit? Okay, coming up then, you've got some pictures, and I'm going to tell you what each picture is of, okay? You'll probably be able to spot it when you look at it. What I want you to do though is stand still like a statue if it's got one Z in the word. So if it's a single letter sound, so if the sound is at the beginning of the word, you're going to stand like a statue. If you can hear the Z sound in the middle or at the end, it means it's the digraph making the sound, and for that one you're gonna bzz and zoom around the room, okay? If you can hear it at the beginning, single sound, still like a statue, okay? If you can hear it in the middle or at the end, bzz, zoom around the room like a buzzy bee, okay? Single sound at the beginning, digraph, middle or end. Let's see how we get on. Okay then everybody, have you got those thinking heads on? Our first word is zip, zip. So if you can hear Z at the beginning, you're stood like a statue. If you can hear it in the middle or at the end, you should be buzzing around the room like a buzzy buzzy bee. Zip. Well done, still like statues. It's at the beginning on zip. Next one. Buzz, buzz. What should you be doing? Buzz. Well done. Buzz has got Z at the end. You should be buzzing around the room. Zebra, zebra. Well done. Still like statues. Next one. Zero, zero. Well done, everybody who stayed still like a statue. Zero has Z at the beginning, so you should be nice and still. I tried to trick you there. Were you concentrating? Did anybody buzz off around the room by mistake? Keep listening carefully. Are you ready for your next one? Fizz, fizz. Which one? Well done, it's at the end. You should be buzzing around the room. Ready for the next one? Zoo, zoo. Pencil still, well done. Sizzle. Ooh, sizzle. Where can you hear the Z in sizzle? Well done, it's in the middle. You should be buzzing around the room like buzzy buzzy bees. Well done, everybody. How did you get on? Did you do some good listening, some good thinking there? So, what have we learnt? We've learnt that if we can hear the Z at the beginning of a word, we're going to use our single letter sound, okay? If we can hear it in the middle or at the end, we're going to use our digraph. Well done. Okay, good job, my buzzy bees. Right, for your phonics job today then, you are going to go off and practice reading those new sounds. You're going to have your Z in there, and then you're also going to have all the other new phase 3 sounds that we've learnt these last 2 weeks as well. You have got a game to play today, and your game is called Read and Race. Now, we've played this game in school before, so we know how it works. What you have to do is you and whoever you're playing with, you're going to start at start, and then you're going to roll your dice. Ooh, so it'll be a good opportunity for you to practice those subitizing skills, won't it? Roll your dice, see how many you've got on there, and then you're going to count forward that many spaces on the racetrack, okay? You have to try and read the word that you get to, all right? Then your partner has their turn, they roll their dice, move to their space, read their word, and then it's your turn again, okay? Now, you have to try and get to the end of the race first, so that's what the race is. See who can get to the finish line first by reading all of their words brilliantly. Now, I know normally we have these games printed out so we can put them on the table and play with them, and you can choose today. If you want to print it out from the card, you can, that's absolutely fine. Or you can still play it even though it's up on the screen. You can still roll your dice, you can still count along to your word. You'll just have to remember which word you've got to, ready for your next turn when you roll the next time, okay? Have lots of fun playing your game, and then if you'd like to afterwards, you could do some more practicing of your Z letter for me. Or why don't you make me some zigzags today? Now, yesterday we talked about our fine motor skills, didn't we, and how important they are in making our letters nice and neat. And you could do some more practice today. What about making a zigzag out of Play-Doh? Or what about making a beautiful pattern in a zigzag shape? You could maybe stick buttons down in a zigzag or stick sequins down. Or you could just make some beautiful zigzag lines using chalks or paints or whatever you'd like to do. Can you turn a pipe cleaner into a zigzag shape? I don't mind what you do. You can do some making, or you can just practice writing your Z. Anything that you do will be great practice to help you get really whizzy at writing today's new sound down. Have lots of fun, everybody, and I will see you after break, ready for our maths work.